Good, happy Friday evening. I'm Riley King, and welcome to the Riley King Newscast right here on the Riley King Network. Let's get started. First up, family pastor prays for New Hampshire woman shot in San Bernardo. A woman from Hinsdale was one of the victims injured in a mass shooting in San Bernardo, California on Wednesday. Candidates express frustration over California shootings. As the FBI announced it is investigating the California mass shootings as an act of terrorism, some presidential candidates expressed concerns that the suspects seemed to be off the intelligence radar. Family of man killed 20 years ago hopes for answers. The family of a man stabbed to death in his Manchester home almost 2 decades ago is making a public plea for help in the case. Medical examiner says girl 3 suffered injuries before death. Newly filed court documents show that a 3-year-old Nashville girl who died a year ago suffered a number of injuries before her death. Man killed in Concord apartment fire. A man was killed in an early morning fire Friday at an apartment house in Concord. The man's body was found in the first-floor apartment, and an autopsy is scheduled for Friday to determine the cause of death. He was later identified as Kevin Curtier, 60. Police investigate report of threat against Bishop Brady student. Police in Concord investigated a report of a threat against a Bishop Brady High School student on Friday. Police said that they have made contact with the person believed to have made the threat. No charges have been filed at this time. They said despite reports of a lockdown, there were no problems at the school. Police are investigating. Police arrest man seen leaving bag near government SUV in Boston. A man seen leaving a suitcase near a Department of Homeland Security vehicle in Boston and walking away has been arrested and charged with planting a hoax device. Man buried in twine blast, happy to be pretty independent. It happened in a moment. The colored powder sprayed over a crowd partying at a twine water park ignited and engulfed hundreds, including a New Hampshire man who moved there to teach English, in flames. Driver who hit 2 women in Hampton plans to plea conviction. The Portsmouth teenager convicted for hitting 2 women with his car plans to plea that decision. Woman overdose while driving with 2 kids, Northwood police say. Northwood police arrested a woman Thursday night after they said she overdosed while driving with 2 children in her pickup truck. Emma Lee McNeil, 28, was charged with aggravated DWI for driving while under the influence of alcohol. Drug charges against McNeil are expected as well. Stroll through Christmas tree at Wallanka Golf Course this weekend. Outdoors International of Meredith is hosting the 20th Annual Festival of Trees at Wallanka Golf Course. Littleton police search for armed robber. Littleton police are trying to track down an armed robber. Clinton speaks on mass shooting, business, women's issues, and New Hampshire trip. The horrific events in California were high on the agenda of Hillary Clinton, who held a town hall meeting in Dover on Thursday night addressing a wide range of topics. FBI San Bernardino massacre was act of terrorism. The San Bernardino, California mass shooting is now being investigated as an act of terrorism, FBI official David Bardacher said Friday. U.S. is running out of bombs to drop on ISIS. The U.S. Air Force has fired off more than 20,000 missiles and bombs since the U.S. bombing campaign against ISIS began 15 months ago, according to the Air Force. Leading and depleted missile strike piles and calls to ramp up funding and weapons production. Three big banks suffer credit and debit card problems. 3 big banks suffered technical glitches Friday that prevented customers from using their debit and credit cards. Stock soar on job report, Dow up 370. Stocks rallied on Friday because of good news. Imagine that. The November report was solid in just about every way, and until recently, that would have been bad news for stocks because of the risk that the Fed would rise rates. And that does it for the Riley King Newscast, right here on the Riley King Network. I hope you all have a great rest of your Friday night. Good night, everyone. Bye.